Well, it feels like the old Fabrizio Romano here we go is imminent, with Matheus Cunha's move to Manchester United, with them activating his release clause so he can play in one of those attacking midfield positions. This feels like a massive pull for United. Given that the indication is that he's willing to join United regardless of what the outcome is in the Europa League final, which by the time you watch this, we'll know the result of, and I will either be dancing in the streets of Manchester or... I can't really describe the alternative, but don't expect to find bleach in stock in your nearest shop. But what this is a real system player for Ruben Amorim, one that can help elevate the desired approach he's trying to bring to Manchester United. One I'm quite excited about, but this isn't about me, otherwise we could be here all day. I want to get this done in 5 minutes. Anyway, on to Cunha. Now, an attacking midfielder by position on a team sheet, but one that likes to go in search of the ball, so will look to drop into half-space positions or maybe even out wide, deeper than you would originally expect. If he's on the side of a wide player that likes to come inside, he'll drop deep and stay wide to the point where he's in a sort of faux fullback position. Also, to say he goes in search for the ball, that's putting it mildly. He demands it, which makes him perfect to wear the red shirt and play in that stadium, where we've seen really talented players come, and then it all looks too heavy for him. People criticise arrogance. You need it to play for this club. Obviously, there's lines you draw on certain things, but it's an essential component to succeed at the very top level. The part of the game that for me has elevated him to the status he is at is his ball carrying ability. Running power, ball control is something that can bypass high pressing teams, of which the Premier League is very full of. He can bypass a high presser with a brilliant first touch, anticipating their run to shift into space and continue running into the opponent's half. Or he can even stand his opponent up and use a quick turn of pace to burst away from his marker, and his high level of balance means he's hard to knock off the ball when he reaches his full stride. He deals with moving into space really well, but he can also receive the ball centrally in between defensive and midfield lines, and that is because of his high level of close control, evading markers, weaving in and out of trouble, and you can put it down to the arrogance I was speaking about before, but he has that bit of magic in him to produce something in these moments, as well as every respected Brazilian should. That passport has to mean something after all. His end product is top drawer with his goals and his assists, and just his general play. His passing isn't completely polished. That's not to say it isn't good, it's very good, but I think that comes with the territory of being a fully forward player. He looks to play forward at any given point with risk, and that could sometimes come at a cost. That could be after one of his runs to find players in space or running into space, which is helped through his powerful movements, as him moving from deep means that someone maybe has to react to him, creating space elsewhere, and he usually gets his timing of his passing wrong. Displays a lovely range to it as well. Long switches to the far side, stretching an opponent's shape is something that he possesses greatly. Also brilliant from a dead ball situation. Corners, free kicks, fantastic, and that just adds another technical weapon to his arsenal. The fact that he does all of this from a transitional standpoint and within a controlled attacking phase is a brilliant weapon for Man United. I've spoken about all of this, and I haven't touched on his goal threat. I believe it's 15 Premier League goals at this point to his name, and his collection of finishes is brilliant. Creating space for himself to blast one, moving on to through balls and cutbacks from other teammates through intelligent movement, and the ability to take a touch and finish or shoot first time is fantastic. Also a brilliant long-range finisher. Absolutely stupendous ability to find the target from range without the requirement of a lot of backlift to produce something out of the ordinary is nothing short of special. I know a lot of the focus on Man United has been in regards to their goal scoring, specifically when it comes to a striker, but bringing in goals across the team while improving positions based on what that position requires, all at the same time, is something that United have done here with this signing. Potentially, again, not trying to jump the gun here. Also does his job defensively, presses well, and has shown his defensive qualities in a similar formation to what Amorim has, which will help him settle, and also the team in terms of familiarity with the system around him. Drops into shape well too whenever Wolves end up there, either as a left midfielder where he can track underlappers, or mark and press deeper fullbacks or midfield options, using his aggression to his advantage, or he can also be one of the forward players kept up there for his threat on transition, sometimes can be used as a specific transitional threat without defensive responsibility, but I can't imagine that will happen at United, where he won't be the star player that he was at Wolves. Obviously, there's some issues with his discipline, which we've seen this season, especially. But South Americans are a little bit different, ain't they? They have a little bit of a screw loose, but I quite like it. It's intense, aggressive, they have a bit of an edge. We all love those players when they play for our team, so let's not be hypocritical here. But I'd love to know what you guys think. I, as a United fan, am very excited for this player, but I've been here before and it's not ended well. So we'll see. Cheers, lads. In a bit.